Hi, Book Talk World. Excuse me. So, as many of you know, on occasion, I go on these little mini rants. Well, this is not going to be a mini rant. This is going to be a long rant. I'm frustrated, and I feel like I need to do a soapbox moment, a little history lesson, if you will. Back in the 70s, there was a landmark Supreme Court case called Collins v. Smith, and it was a very racist, I consider, a racist group, anti-black, anti-Jew, anti-anyone that wasn't white, versus a city known as Skokie, Illinois. And it was a case about speech. And what many people probably don't know is that the ACLU took on the case for the people I think are bad. Why would a group that the foundation of their existence is freedom take on this case for these people that are disgusting? Because it was a case about speech, the freedom of speech, whether you like the speech or not. And the lawyer that helped this horrible group was a Jewish guy. He went to the Supreme Court and he argued in their favor. They had a right to their speech. And he won. Why am I telling you this? Why does this matter? There's no such thing from a legal perspective as hate speech. You can say whatever you want to say, whether I like it or not, whether it hurts my feelings or not. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Well, they do hurt. We all know that they hurt, but they're not illegal. I have a right to not like you, and you have a right to not like me, and I have a right to tell you. I have a right to hurt your feelings, and you have a right to hurt mine. Crazy concept, but true. Why am I telling you this? Well, because we've kind of lost reality here. We're perpetuating what's known in history books as McCarthyism. Both sides are doing this, by the way. This is not a political, I'm left or right leaning post. I'm currently without party. If you want to know my political views, I'll put it out there right now. I feel currently without party. I don't think either side of the aisle represents me at all. I don't know what the hell is happening in our government and in our country, but I feel I'm like the woman in French Kiss. I am currently without country. But I have the right to say that because I live in this country, and it's not illegal for me to say that I don't feel represented by anybody. At the same time, we're perpetuating these lists. And in the history books, the red list was a list of people in the entertainment community, entertainment world, that Senator McCarthy created to go after people he thought were communists. And he destroyed people's lives, destroyed them. This happened simultaneously, the same time period as the Skokie case. And we're perpetuating this all over again. We have to stop telling people what to think and feel just because we don't like what they're saying. There's this concept now. I don't know if people remember a time when we were little and we would play sports and there was a winner and a loser. And we taught our children what it was to lose. It wasn't about winning. It was about losing. How do you lose graciously? How do you lose and still feel like the bigger person? We're losing that. We've lost it. We give kids trophies for trying. This concept to me is preposterous. I'm sorry, you don't get a prize because you tried. That's what you're supposed to do. Like, that is literally what you're supposed to do to win. But if you lose, you congratulate the winners. You be the bigger person. And we've lost that. And now it's bleeding, this concept is bleeding into everything that we do. And it's kind of disgusting because now we have these lists again. And I don't know if people are aware of where they came from, what the history of them is, but it's a disgusting part of our history. McCarthyism should not be perpetuated, yet we're perpetuating it on both sides. There's now a list of people that won't say their political views, and they're bad. And a list of people that have said their political views that you disagree with, and they're bad. And we're telling people who to purchase books from and who not to. And now we're trying to destroy people we disagree with. And it's disgusting to me. We're going after gay authors because they spoke out for humanity, because they didn't like people celebrating the death of another human being. I don't know if he agrees with half the things that man said. I know I don't agree with the things he said. I think I don't agree with most of the things he said. And I've listened to the things he said. I'm not going to celebrate his death. I'm not going to be happy that he's dead. I'm not going to be happy that the way that he died. It's sad. It's traumatic for his family, the people that witnessed it, just like it's traumatic for the people who witnessed death in Vegas, in Colorado, in Connecticut, and every other state in this country, because we all know that it's happened everywhere. And now we're not talking about the problem. We're not talking about the violence. We are talking about a list. So you've lost. Both sides have lost because we're not talking about the real problems. So do me a favor. Pick up a history book and study the ugliness of our country. And realize that I have a right to say the things that you don't want to hear. And you have a right to say the things that I don't want to hear. And this might sound hypocritical of me, but I'm going to say it because it's a freaking country and I can. Stop telling people what to read, who to read. Stop telling people what they can and can't say on TikTok. Don't tell an influencer they can't speak. Stop telling people don't be political. Let people say what they want to say. But don't tell other people what to freaking do. And don't judge them. Have the ability to have a conversation with someone. If you disagree with them, why not ask them, why do you feel that way? Why do you think that way? Rather than attacking them for their views. You don't know their life. You don't know their life story. You don't know anything about them. Because this is TikTok. It's not real, people. You get that, right? These are curated images of other people's lives. You don't know their life. Unless you're having private conversations with them in the middle of the night, like I do with my book besties, that I have actual relationships with. And let me tell you, it's a handful of people. There's only a handful of people that know my life, that know my views, that know when I'm sad or when I'm happy. Because TikTok is curated. All social media is curated. So stop, just stop it.